Here are 10 tips and tricks every new player should know to instantly improve at Battlefield 6. None of these tips require extensive hours of grinding or training to improve. These are tips and tricks you should be aware of and you can implement into your gameplay today. So if you enjoyed the video or found it useful, like, subscribe is always appreciated, but let's get right into those details. First tip is to exit a vehicle properly. In Battlefield, whatever direction you're looking is where you'll be exiting the vehicle, which normally wouldn't impact life or death situations. But if you're in a chaotic war zone, playing as an engineer, this will be life or death. The safest way to exit a tank in the middle of a war zone is to look at the direction where the least amount of players are, oftentimes the backside of a tank, to quickly get out and repair or leave the situation altogether. The second tip here is to enter the tank during your cooldowns. Being the best engineer possible, you need to stay up repairing your friendly tank. But when your repair tool is on cooldown, you don't want to stay out in the open, making you an easy takedown. A great strategy when your repair tool is on cooldown is to enter back into a tank as a passenger, so you have a third person view, so you're able to fully understand all the threats around that tank, and using that exiting vehicle camera tip will help you be the most effective engineer on the battlefield. Number 3 is to pick up friendly kits. It can be very difficult to get teammates to drop ammo for you, especially when you're playing as Assault, because you don't start out with much ammo. There have been countless times I'm running behind the support player just asking for ammo and never seeing the day come. But what if you can get the ammo yourself? While in cover at the front lines, if a support player is down, their kit is left behind. So what you can do is pick up that support kit, quickly drop the ammo bag, then swap back to your original kit to fill up the ammo there. Number 4 is understanding how weak points work on a tank and the proper angles to maximize damage as an engineer. Not all locations on a tank are treated the same for damage. Hitting a tank directly in the front will grant you the least amount of damage, and oftentimes that tank will have an engineer helping them out, so honestly, it's a waste of ammo. Also, hitting tanks at an angle will also reduce the damage it will receive. As an engineer, the best ways to shoot a tank is directly facing either the sides or the back end of a tank. This will help maximize damage, so you won't have to use as many rockets. But if you really want to deal the most amount of damage, make sure you find the back end of a tank and shoot it directly face on. This will allow you to take out a full health tank in 2 shots. Tip number 5 is much more of a strategy, but it's so useful within the mode Conquest that I have to mention it. Whenever you're stuck in a stalemate in Conquest, an amazing strategy is to go for what's called a back cap, meaning you have to grab the flag nearest to the enemy's deployment. Oftentimes these flags are left unattended because the majority of the enemy team are right around the middle of the map. So what this does is causes players to leave that front line to go capture what's commonly known as their home flag. This will ease the enemy front lines, giving your friendlies the opportunity to slay out, get numbers, and push forward. Now it can be difficult when you're in these kind of situations to get to that back flag because oftentimes all angles are covered, but the best way to do that is by utilizing spawn beacons and quick transport vehicles or even a tank. This next tip is for all you people who like to optimize your settings as much as possible. A great way to make sure your aim is on point is by changing the color of your reticle. The default reticle color can get lost within the chaos of Battlefield 6 matches. Going into your settings, you can change the reticle color to something that stands out against the background, such as a pink or a green or other vibrant colors that can give you the visual guidance you need to win a gunfight. Tip number 7 is a classic FPS strategy, and it carries over into Battlefield 6 as well. And that tip is reload canceling. Oftentimes with LMGs or rocket launchers, they have extended animations that could take up crucial seconds that can make the difference between life or death. Just know in Battlefield 6, once your ammo counter reads full, you can quickly swap your weapon to cancel the rest of the unnecessary animation to get back into the action. If you want to increase your accuracy over range, the best way to do that is by tap firing rather than going full auto. Because in Battlefield 6 there is a bloom mechanic where the longer you hold down full auto, the more inaccurate your weapon becomes. To increase your accuracy over range, make sure to tap fire about 3 to 5 rounds in a burst to have the most accurate shots over range, especially if you're an assault player starting with a very low reserve of ammo. Tip number 9 is to request a revive. This helps out so much more than just giving a UI indication to your friendlies that you want to be picked up, because your down but not out state will drastically increase in time when you have actively requested for a revive. If you're just laying there waiting for someone to pick you up, your down but not out state will be far shorter, not giving your friendlies the time that they need to fight through the battlefield to get you back up in the gameplay. So if you get down, make sure to request a revive as soon as possible and have a little patience, and it will help out your kill death ratio. It's also best to have this request on toggle so you don't need to hold it down the entire time. Tip number 10 is a classic battlefield strategy that you don't see often in other games, and that is using the out of bounds area to your advantage. Entering an out of bounds area gives you a 10-second warning before you're eliminated, but those 10 seconds can help out a lot when it comes to utilizing flanking routes or getting advantageous locations to take out enemy players. This strategy works great for breakthrough, rush, and also in Conquest. If you learned anything in this video, like, subscribe is always appreciated. Make sure to check out my other Battlefield videos if you guys want to see more, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.